back to redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey, and in today's tutorial we're going to explore the front post double crochet, and this is a square part of Stitchcation. This is a sampler afghan where I'm going to show you how to do this stitch. Now this stitch blew my socks off. I have never seen this stitch done like this before this project. I didn't even know this could even be done. I really never even thought about it, to be quite honest with you. This blows my mind. So what we have in the pattern, it calls for a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook size F, or this particular Stitchcation afghan was done with a 5 millimeter or a size I with Red Heart Super Saver. And today's tutorial I'm using a bigger hook, a 6.0 millimeter size J, in order to demonstrate the stitches with you. You can change this pattern with your hook as long as that the yarn matches and complements the hook size. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's create a slip knot to get started, and we're just doing so now, and we're going to insert the hook. And this particular square for Stitchcation requires 36 chains. Remember that the slip knot never counts as one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please go all the way to 36 for me, and when we come back I'll get you started in the next part. To get started we need to single crochet along this chain, but listen to this instruction before you do so. So we want to go second chain from the hook, so we count back 1 and 2, and then what you need to do is turn that chain around and get the back loop. It looks like the spine of a sea serpent or your back. It's a line that comes out and these loops are all just popping out. That's where you're going to play. So just single crochet. Once you turn over the first one, the rest of them will stay turned over. The rest of the chain will stay turned over, and the back loops will point upward like so. So just single crochet yourself in the back loop going all the way across the chain. So I've now come all the way to the end, and now I'm going to turn my work. So like some of the other Stitchcation squares, what happens is that we're not ready to do the front posting at this point. We need to build more of a foundation. So in order to do so we have to work on another row without doing any fancy stitch work. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and just simply double crochet yourself into every stitch going across. And this is creating the foundation, so the next time we come across this chain or come across the row, we're going to start doing something a little more cooler. So please double crochet yourself all the way across. So I've now come all the way to the end, and now it's time to do the front post fabulous stitch work. So let's begin. We're going to chain 3 first. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're going to immediately do and come to the row below, and we're going to do a front post double crochet. So just wrap going into the side of the post and across, and just finish it off as a double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet immediately into the next one like that. Okay, just really quite simple. So what you need to do then is that we just have to continue to do every other one. So the next one will be a front post double crochet again, and then the next one will be double crochet, just like that. So please just continue to do that same pattern all the way across. This is as hard as it pretty much gets for the square. It looks amazing, and that's the interesting thing about it, is that there's really no brain power being used up in this one. This one's pretty amazing. So let's just see you at the end of the line, and we'll work on the next part. So we're just coming up to the end, and we're just going to make sure that you got your front post in, and the last one is just a regular double crochet. So this particular square has 2 types of rows. So if you were to do this, you would have a solid line going up, but this is not how this one works. So let's just turn our work and get started. So right where we have, let me just turn it back. So right where we have the front post, the ones in behind is slightly different. You notice that it was a great look, and it's because that in this row that we're about to do is that we're about to change exactly where we're grabbing onto the stitches. So let's begin. So we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and you have what appears to be here a back post double crochet, but it's actually the front post of this. But we're immediately just going to double crochet into that one. This is where the difference is. And then what we do is we front post this one, the next one that's available. The front post of this one is actually a double crochet from the row below. It's not even one of those post work. So essentially we are just changing it in the sense that we're double crocheting where it appears to be post work on the row below, and then we're doing the post work where it's double crochet in the row below. if that makes any sense. And what this is doing is see, it's just creating these gaps, these nice indentations, and it's doing it because we're doing opposite of what we just did in the row below. So this one is a double crochet, and this next one is a front post. So it's how you get started that changes it. So if you were to match exactly what you already have done, then you would not have the same effect that you are seeing right before your eyes right now. So continue that all the way across, and when we come back we'll just review one more time and then we'll let you finish the rest on your own. When you get to the very end, you will notice that you will have a double crochet, and then you just need to double crochet into the final. Okay, so you have what appears to be a gapping of this here. Okay, and that exists on the other side. So you had 2 stitches before you started doing the post work, and the same thing is on the other side. So you know you're in balance. So let's just turn our work, and now we're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And so this time we're gonna front post in the first one, front post double crochet just like you did 2 rows ago down here. And then we're gonna double crochet into the next. So again, we've just changed exactly what we were doing before, so that it's now starting to create these box shapes of gapping that we are enjoying when we saw the first sample. So it's just a matter of just going back and forth on this and just understanding what row you're on so that you can match what's going on, and it is really fun and fabulous. And until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time when we have more free ideas, patterns, and anything else we can think of that's crochet related. Until next time, we'll see you.